Wake up on the city radio. I love the way you shaking that yo. Something bad. I'm feeling outside. I'm feeling coco. Oh, yeah. I'm feeling coco. I'm feeling my cosa. You know it's you. My baby just give me that over. She choked me over. She didn't do me a will over. We go shaku shaku coco. We go shaku coco. Then you go come my place and I go give you the coco.
Listen to news updates on Ebonade 103.5 FM immediately after Angelus 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebonade FM breaks the news with actualities.
I believe that people are hoping for a new Nigeria.
You can as well listen online via mixlr.com/gistfm.
Good evening. Good evening and welcome to Ebona, the 103.5 FM news update. Today is Tuesday, the 28th day of December. Today is Wednesday, the 28th day of December 2022, and the time is 6 o'clock. Martin Ifan Shukwekize is my name. The heads. Gunmen kill Anambra man, dump body by roadside. Metro Police arrest Enugu traditional ruler for burning corpse of house help. Traders threaten showdown with government over arrest of Anambra market leader. You don't expect them to take this lying down. Obi spokesman react to Arthur Elzes comment on 2023 presidency. Federal government to make pronouncements on salary increase soon. Ngige. P2B unveils Oshun Tokens as new Labour Party presidential campaign director general. Republican U.S. lawmaker-elect admits fabricating resume. Now, the details. Gunmen kill Anambra man, dump body by roadside. Some gunmen have killed a young man identified simply as Ifeanyi and dumped his body by the roadside. The victim, an indigene of Owu community in the Urumba North local government area of Anambra State, was said to be abducted at Obono in Oka South local government area 2 days to Christmas by some suspected kidnappers. According to a source, the body of the abducted man was found on Christmas Day on the road in Oka. The source said he was kidnapped on Friday on Geneva Hotel Road. If such a barbaric outing can take place in the capital city of the state without any intelligence as regards hunting the perpetrators of this crime down, then I can confidently tell you that no person is safe down there, the source added. Confirming the incident, the state police spokesman, DSP Tochukwu Ikenga, said it was being investigated, adding that it was not a kidnap case. It is a pure case of murder and is still under investigation. We urge the witnesses where the dead body was found to volunteer information that will support the ongoing investigation. Preliminary information shows that it could be cult-related as there were marks of axe cuts on the deceased body. Meanwhile, the body has been deposited in the morgue, Ikenga added. Metro Police arrest Enugu traditional ruler for burning corpse of house help. The Nigerian police have seized a traditional ruler in Enugu State, name withheld, for allegedly ordering the burning of the corpse of a 9-year-old house help, Precious Koshima. The traditional ruler spent hours at the police and was later granted bail. Precious, before she was murdered, was a house help to Mrs. Ujunwa Ugwoke of Fidelity Estate in Enugu. Mrs. Ugwoke reportedly admitted that she beat Precious to death and later dumped her corpse along the Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway. The Civil Rights Realization and Advancement Network (CRRAN), through its president Olu Omotayo Esquire, had in a petition to the Enugu State Commissioner of Police quoted the father of the deceased, James Ashibi Koshima, saying the body was set ablaze by villagers. According to Omotayo, Koshima said the police informed him that when they went to the scene, they learned that the traditional ruler of the community had given order to the youth to burn the decomposing body because of the offensive smell coming from it. He also said that the traditional ruler engaged in an illegal act without informing security agency of the presence of the corpse in his domain. Part of the petition read, Ujunwa Ubuoke killed the little child in a cruel and barbaric way and dumped the corpse in the bush while the traditional ruler in question completed the unlawful act by ordering the burning of the corpse. Traders threaten showdown with government over arrest of Anambra market leader. Traders at the popular Bridgehead market in the commercial city of Onitsha are threatening a showdown with the authorities of the Anambra state and Onitsha South local government area following the arrest of their chairman, Chief Chinedu Ezekike, who is being detained at the Fege police station. He was arrested last week for allegedly countering the order by the Anambra state government to suspend the reconstruction of the burnt Onitsha drug market in the area. It was gathered that Governor Chukwu Masoludo, who allegedly ordered the arrest, was not happy that the caretaker committee chairman commenced the rebuilding of the shops razed down during the fire outbreak in November, when investigations into the cause of the fire incident had not been concluded. Apparently, at the directive of the governor, the chairman of Onitsha South local government area led the team of security operatives for the arrest of the chairman, during which he also ordered the work should stop immediately. But traders at the market hinted yesterday that they would protest the stoppage of work and detention of their chairman, adding that they and their families experienced a bleak Christmas because they had not done any business since the fire incident in November. One of the traders said, "We have not done any business for nearly 2 months when our shops were burned down, and because we don't want to enter the new year without reconstructing our shops this year, we supported the chairman in his efforts to see that business resumes in the market in the new year," he stated. You don't expect them to take this lying down. Obi spokesman reacts to Arthur Eze comments on 2023 presidency. The spokesperson for the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Giran Onifade, has said that the comments made by Anambra businessman Chief Arthur Eze about the LP flag bearer Peter Obi is not unexpected. Recall that Eze had asked Obi to abandon his presidential bid as Ndibo had other plans for now and in the future. Reacting to Eze's submission, Onifade stated that it is the influence of people like Eze they would like to take their politics away from. The Labour Party spokesman, who made it clear that he was expressing his personal opinion on the subject, said that when Labour Party finally succeeds in taking power from the People's Democratic Party and All Progressive Congress, politicians like Eze would lose the influence they have. According to him, it is the influence of people like that that we want to take our politics away from. He is part of the establishment and structure that young Nigerians want to take our country back from. When we take power from the People's Democratic Party and the All Progressive Congress, the likes of Arthur Eze will no longer wield the kind of influence they enjoy today. You don't expect them to take this lying down. Our candidates and our campaign remain focused on the take ahead, which is to take back our country, rebuild it to make it take its proper place in the committee of nations. Federal government to make pronouncements on salary increase soon in Gige. To mitigate the impact of the high inflation rate in the country, the Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, has said the federal government has promised to provide salary increase for civil and public officials soon. Ngige spoke to the State House correspondent after meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari at the Presidential Villa, Abuja, last week Friday. According to him, the Presidential Committee on Salaries is already doing a review and is expected to come up with salary adjustments in the new year. Ngige, who described 2022 as a year of industrial dispute, said he was at the seat of power to discuss exhaustively issues concerning his ministry, including employment and productivity. Recall that the minister recently made a suggestion that the government will raise workers' salaries to reflect the country's new economic realities brought on by inflation. Asked if the issues of salary increase came up in the discussion with the president, looking at the rising inflation, he said, "Yes, that's what I am saying, that the Presidential Committee on Salaries is working hand in hand with the National Salaries, Incomes and Wages Commission. The commission is mandated by the Act establishing them to fix salaries, wages, and emoluments in not only the public service. If you want their assistance and you are in the private sector, they will also assist you. They have what it's called the template for remuneration, for compensation. So if you work, you get compensated, and if you don't work, you will not be compensated," he stated. Peter Obi unveils Osun Tokun as new Labour Party Presidential Campaign Director General. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has officially unveiled Akin Osun Tokun as the new Director General of the Obi Dati Presidential Campaign Council. Obi formally unveiled Osun Tokun in Abuja on Tuesday, hours after the Labour Party's national chairman, Julius Abure, announced the appointment of the former political advisor to former President Olusegun Obasanjo on Tuesday. While fielding questions from journalists after the unveiling ceremony, Obi said, "For as long as there are Nigerians who are forced to leave their homes to live in internally displaced persons camps, Nigeria remains an internally displaced persons camp." The Labour Party candidate explained that his aspiration was built on his conviction that Nigerians deserve better leadership than what we are getting at the moment. He said, "We are trying to build a better Nigeria over this period. I have been traveling. I have been in various states, visiting people in difficult positions and living in IDP camps. If Nigerians are made to leave their homes and live in IDP camps, then Nigeria as a country is an IDP camp, because these are Nigerians that should be in their homes." And now we take it to the foreign scene. Republican US lawmaker elect admits fabricating resume. The Republican elected to Congress in November was facing a growing clamor for his resignation Tuesday after admitting that he made up large parts of his biography but refusing to give up his seat. Judge Santos' victory in a New York district helped his party secure a narrow majority in the House of Representatives, Congress' lower chamber. But a New York Times investigation cast doubt on key parts of his education and work history that he touted during the campaign. Santos admitted in two separate interviews Monday to significant fabrications of his resume, confessing that he neither worked at Goldman Sachs and Citigroup nor graduated from college, despite his claims to the contrary. The Republican refused to give up his seat in Congress, however, telling the New York Post, "I am not a criminal," inviting comparison with disgraced President Richard Nixon's infamous 1973 declaration that "I am not a crook." Santos apologized for what he called embellishing my resume, but some of his justification for his dishonesty bordered on the absurd, particularly his defense of his false claim that he was a Jewish. "I am a Catholic because I learned my maternal family had a Jewish background, but I said I was Jewish," he told the Post. This is where we draw the curtain on news updates on Ebona at 103.5 FM. But before we leave, a quick look at the headlines. Gunmen kill Anambra man, dump body by roadside. Metro Police arrest Enugu traditional ruler for burning corpse of house help. Traders threaten showdown with government over arrest of Anambra market leader. You don't expect them to take this lying down. Obi spokesman reacts to Arthur Eze's comment on 2023 presidency. Federal government to make pronouncements on salary increase soon in the day. Peter Obi unveils Oshun Token as new Labour Party presidential campaign director general. And Republican US lawmaker elect admits fabricating resume. Thank you for listening to Ebona, the 103.5 FM news update. My name is Martin Ifanshuku Ekizie. Till next time, bye.
anyị na-achọ ka anyị nụma ntị anyị maka na gị na-agị ntị gbogbo ị na-eme mmadụ obi ụtọ ụkọ oyibo na-akpa entertainment omenala ka ị na-akpali ele oyibo na-atọ n'ụjọ ihe eji eme ọfụma omenala n'ime obi ụtọ bụ eji mara gị ebe ọ na-adị FM 103.5 Ogidi asị m na ọdụrọ igwe a aka na-asị onwe onye redio eji mmanụ itu na redio